What's going on, everybody? It is me, Brett Parker from Dissect That Film, back again for another week of the Vintage Video Challenge, where I am following along with one of my favorite podcasts, Vintage Video Pod, as they go through every single film of 1982. So I said, why don't I join along in my own little series where I also do the same? And this week, we are talking about the 1982 film Splitz, directed by Dominic Paris. So this is a movie where I think it came before movies like Porky's and Revenge of the Nerds because it has that same feel to it. The problem that I have with this movie is that I feel, again, as I did with last week's film, Island of Blood, it doesn't know where it wants to go. It doesn't know what it wants the characters to do. It has 4 different situations going on at once. You have a group of women who are in a band. They're trying to get some gigs. They're really good based on the music that they put in this movie, but yet they're playing in dive bars with like nobody there. You have a narration from a character who's not in the film very much, but he's kind of a focal point. You have sororities going at each other to see who's going to be the last one standing because one of them is going to get destroyed. It's a whole thing. Then you have a perverted cousin of one of our main characters who at the end is kind of like the yay, thanks for your help. And it's just weird. This movie is bizarre in every aspect of the word. It really plays into the fact of, hey, we, getting very attractive women to kind of jump around and do, those type of things that men enjoy. And you get a movie out of it in a way. And to be honest, it's not that interesting. I would rather watch Revenge of the Nerds. I would rather watch Porky's, and those two aren't films that I rather enjoy either. It's just a movie that is a one and done for me. I did not like it in the slightest. There were just very, very, there are unlikable characters that you can kind of grow to love throughout the movie, but there are just some really detestable characters in this movie that are not redeemable. There's no repercussions for them by the end of the movie. You get a finale that is kind of like, okay, that's cool, at least for one of our villains. But overall, Splitz is just not good in a way. I feel they try too hard. The dialogue is so forced. There are some moments where it just feels like they're being handed a piece of paper and they have to look real quick to figure out what their line is, and then it's just so stiff every time they deliver it. You have the stereotypes, you have the very aged jokes, which we understand. People need to understand. It's just this movie came out 40 something years ago. It's just how it was. But it's one of those things where, just like I said, it's very much in the same vein as Revenge of the Nerds and Porky's, where but in a different way, where there's not as much gawking in this movie as there's just, hey, competitions where, if you lose, you're gonna get naked, or, hey, let's have a shower scene and have this really perverted character who literally nothing happens to this guy. He at the end becomes like a hero. He is like, you helped the band do what they had to do. You helped me stay in college. Yay for you, you nasty man. You nasty, nasty man. And it's just, again, a bizarre movie. And I really have to rate this lower than Island of Blood. I rated Island of Blood at 2 out of 5. This one is going to be a 1.5 out of 5 for me because it is just, in my eyes, just a bad movie that I didn't enjoy. I just didn't enjoy it at all. Even as a man, yes, there are beautiful women in this movie, and you can't I can't deny you enjoy certain parts, but as the story, I think, was there in a way, but I think there was just too much going on, and there was too many characters that just didn't need to be there or just weren't held accountable. And it's just weird, and the weird stereotypes and all that stuff. It's just a bizarre movie. It's on Tubi right now, so if you want to check it out, and let me know what you think. Am I right? Am I wrong? Do you agree with me? Do you disagree with me? That is kind of the whole point of this. I would love to hear your thoughts, so leave a comment down below. And make sure you check out Vintage Video Pod, as they are going through all these movies that I'll be going through as well. So make sure to go follow them, and make sure to follow my podcast, Dissect That Film, where we kind of break down the plots of movies, so it's a fun time. So make sure to do all that. And until next time, make sure to watch more movies. Bye.